Earth, 2387 CE. First Contact Era. The story opens with Captain Jack Mason standing on the bridge of Earth's first diplomatic vessel, the Unity, as it approaches the massive Galactic Council station orbiting Kepler 442b. Humanity had received the invitation 3 months ago, their first formal recognition by the galaxy's governing body, after decades of expansion into nearby star systems. The Galactic Council, led by the ancient Vorthan Empire and supported by 6 other major species, had watched humanity's rapid technological growth with growing concern. What they saw as reckless expansion, humans called exploration. What they called dangerous unpredictability, humans called innovation. During the formal hearing, Ambassador Lisa Park presents humanity's case for membership. She speaks of Earth's desire for peaceful cooperation, trade agreements, and shared knowledge. The human delegation offers technological exchanges, including their breakthrough in quantum tunneling and bioregeneration medicine. However, the Council's true intentions become clear when High Chancellor Marin of the Vorthans delivers their verdict. They declare humanity too aggressive and unpredictable for galactic society. But the betrayal goes deeper. They reveal they have been secretly supporting a coalition of alien species who view humanity as a threat to be eliminated. The trap springs. Council forces, led by the reptilian Kethver fleet, surround Earth's colonies. In a coordinated attack, they destroy 3 of humanity's 7 outer colonies: New Boston, Terra Nova, and Olympus Station. Over 2 million humans die in the assault. Captain Mason receives desperate transmissions from the colonies under attack. The Council's forces use humanity's own diplomatic codes obtained during the peaceful negotiations to bypass defensive systems. The betrayal is complete. As the Unity races back toward Earth, they find the Sol system under blockade. The Council delivers an ultimatum. Humanity must surrender all spacefaring technology, abandon their remaining colonies, and submit to permanent isolation on Earth. Any attempt to leave their home system will result in Earth's destruction. The story ends with humanity's leaders, including President Tom Williams and General Ana Rodriguez, making a fateful decision. Rather than surrender, they choose to retreat, but they also choose to remember. As Earth's remaining ships evacuate the outer colonies, President Williams broadcasts a message to all of humanity. We will not forget this betrayal. We will survive. We will grow strong. And one day we will return. Hidden human colonies, 2650. CE to 263 years after the betrayal. The story jumps forward nearly 3 centuries. Humanity has survived in secret, scattered across hidden colonies in the galaxy's outer rim. They call themselves the Scattered, and their civilization the Silent Empire. Dr. Mark Chun leads a research facility on Haven Prime, a world hidden in the Shadow Nebula. The facility is humanity's crown jewel, a massive complex where the greatest human minds work on the Great Project. For centuries, humans have dedicated themselves to becoming stronger, smarter, and more advanced than any species in the galaxy. The betrayal shaped humanity's development. Every human child learns about the great betrayal in school. Every human adult works toward the same goal, ensuring it never happens again. They developed new technologies in secret, learned to hide their presence from Council scouts, and most importantly, they learned patience. Commander David Miller arrives at Haven Prime with intelligence gathered by humanity's spy network, the Watchers. His report reveals that the Galactic Council has grown complacent. The Vorthan Empire is weakening due to internal political struggles. The Kethver have become overconfident after centuries without serious opposition. Most importantly, new species have joined the Council, but many are unhappy with Vorthan dominance. The humans have achieved breakthroughs the Council cannot imagine. Dr. Chun demonstrates their latest creation, quantum phase armor that makes ships nearly invisible to all known detection methods. Engineer Paul Rivera shows off weapons that can disrupt energy shields at the molecular level. But their greatest achievement is biological humans have enhanced themselves through genetic therapy, making them faster, stronger, and more intelligent than their ancestors. The story focuses on a new generation of humans who have never seen Earth, but carry the memory of the betrayal in their hearts. Lieutenant Sarah Young represents this generation born on a colony ship, trained from childhood for the eventual return, and filled with quiet determination rather than hot anger. During a Council intelligence gathering mission, the Watchers discover something significant. The Council is planning to expand their territory into humanity's hidden region of space. They don't know humans are there, but their expansion will inevitably reveal the hidden colonies. The human leadership, now called the Circle of Earth, makes a crucial decision. Admiral Robert Foster and the other leaders agree that the time for hiding is ending. They must either reveal themselves and risk destruction, or make the first move. The story ends with humanity beginning to mobilize their hidden fleets. Dr. Chun's final log entry reveals the scope of humanity's preparation. 300 years of exile, and today, we are no longer the species that begged for acceptance. We are something new, something the galaxy has never seen. The Council wanted us gone. They will soon learn that some fires, when smothered, do not die. They become infernos. Asterisk Council. Space, 2651 CE. The human counterstrike begins. The story opens with High Chancellor Vex of the Vorthan Empire receiving reports of impossible attacks across Council territory. Entire patrol fleets are disappearing without trace. Trading posts on the Outer Rim go silent overnight. Most disturbing of all, there are no signs of battleships and stations simply vanish. The attacks follow a pattern that terrifies the Council leadership. The targets are always connected to the original betrayal. Kethver military bases, Vorthan government facilities, and space stations that served as staging points for the attack on human colonies 3 centuries ago. Someone is methodically eliminating every trace of the anti-human coalition. Admiral Kate Stone leads humanity's first strike fleet from her flagship Remembrance. The ship itself represents humanity's technological leap forward larger than any Council vessel, powered by quantum fusion cores and protected by adaptive armor that shifts between invisibility and near-dash invulnerability. The human fleet moves like ghosts through Council space. Their quantum phase technology allows them to appear anywhere without warning. When they attack, they use the element of complete surprise. Council forces find themselves fighting an enemy that seems to materialize from empty space, strike with devastating precision, and vanish before any response is possible. Captain James Miller leads a special operations team aboard the Stealth ship Shadow. Their mission is to infiltrate Council facilities and gather intelligence while leaving no trace of human involvement. During one mission, they discover Council archives containing the original plans for humanity's extermination plans. That went far beyond what was publicly revealed. The documents show that the Council intended to completely wipe out humanity, not just isolate them. The attack on the colonies was meant to be the first step in total genocide. Only humanity's unexpected resistance and quick retreat into the Outer Rim prevented their complete destruction. Meanwhile, on the Council's capital world of Vorthus Prime, Chancellor Vex struggles to understand the nature of the attacks. Council intelligence agencies, led by Spymaster Croft of the Kethvar, can find no evidence of the attacker's identity. The enemies leave no survivors, no wreckage, and no traces that Council technology can detect. The mystery deepens when several Council species receive anonymous transmissions. The messages contain detailed evidence of the original conspiracy against humanity, including secret communications between council members planning the betrayal. Someone is deliberately spreading information that threatens to tear the council apart. Dr. Elizabeth Hayes leads the human intelligence operation from a hidden base near council space. Her team has spent decades infiltrating council networks, learning their languages and understanding their politics. Now they use this knowledge to turn the council's member species against each other. The story reaches its climax when humanity makes their first open move. During a major council fleet exercise near the Centauri Nexus, Admiral Stone's task force appears without warning. In full view of hundreds of council ships, the human fleet demonstrates their technological superiority by systematically disabling the entire exercise fleet without firing a single shot. The human ships surround the council formation, their quantum weapons charging but not firing. Then Admiral Stone opens a communication channel to the council fleet commander, Admiral Corix of the Vorthan Navy. Her message is simple, but carries 3 centuries of controlled fury. I am Admiral Stone of the Human Star Navy. We are the children of Earth, the survivors of your betrayal. We have not forgotten. We have not forgiven. We have grown strong. This is your only warning. The age of council dominance is ending. The age of humanity has begun. The human fleet vanishes as suddenly as it appeared, leaving the disabled council. Ships drifting in space, and there, crews in stunned silence. The story ends with emergency sessions being called on every council world. For the first time in 3 centuries, the galaxy's rulers face a threat they cannot understand, cannot predict, and cannot control. The humans have announced their return, and the galaxy will never be the same. Asterisk Galactic Council Territory, 2651. CE. Open warfare begins. The galaxy erupts in chaos following humanity's dramatic announcement. The story opens with emergency sessions across all council worlds as leaders struggle to comprehend the threat they face. High Chancellor Vex convenes the Grand Assembly on Vorthus Prime, bringing together representatives from all member species for the first time in 50 years. Captain Alex Turner commands the human vessel Vengeance as it monitors the councils. Panicked response. From hidden observation posts, humanity watches their former enemies scramble to understand what they're facing. The council's greatest fear is realized when their intelligence services confirm the truth. Humanity has not only survived, but has evolved into something far beyond their original capabilities. The council's first major mistake comes when they attempt to negotiate. Ambassador Corvus of the Altarian Federation, a species that was not part of the original betrayal, reaches out to humanity through diplomatic channels. His message is carefully worded, offering to mediate between humans and the council, suggesting that past grievances could be settled through peaceful means. General Maria Santos, now humanity's supreme military commander, receives the message. Aboard the command ship Earth's Memory, her response becomes legendary among both human and alien historians. You mistake us for the species you once betrayed. We are no longer those humans who sought your approval. We are the children of exile, forged by betrayal and tempered by centuries of preparation. There will be no negotiation. There will be justice. The Council's second mistake is assuming they can match human technology through rapid military buildup. The Kethver Empire, led by War Chief Drax, begins mass production of their most advanced warships. The Vorthans activate ancient defensive systems that have protected their core worlds for millennia. 6 other Council species contribute their most powerful weapons and shields to create a unified defense. Commander Rachel West leads the human response from her battlecruiser Retribution. The first major engagement occurs at the Nexus Station, a massive Council military hub that once served as a staging point for the attack on human colonies. The battle demonstrates the true scope of humanity's technological advancement. The Council fleet, numbering over 300 vessels, engages what they believe to be a smaller human force of 60 ships. The battle that follows shocks the galaxy. Human vessels prove to be nearly indestructible, their adaptive shields absorbing and redirecting energy weapons back at their attackers. Their quantum torpedoes phase through Council shields as if they don't exist. But humanity's greatest weapon proves to be strategic rather than technological. Dr. Patricia Kim leads a psychological warfare division that has spent decades studying Council species. They understand each alien race's fears, cultural weaknesses, and political vulnerabilities. During the battle, they broadcast specific messages to each species in the Council fleet, exploiting old grudges and historical tensions. Result is devastating. The United Council fleet begins to fracture as species turn on each other. The Altarians refuse to support Vorthan battle tactics. The Kethver accuse the Zephyrians of cowardice when they attempt to withdraw. Old alliances crumble under the pressure of facing an enemy they cannot defeat. Lieutenant Colonel Mike Davis leads ground operations on former human colonies, now occupied by Council forces. These missions serve a dual purpose, liberating human artifacts and memorials, while demonstrating to Council species that nowhere in their territory is safe from human reach. The liberation of New Boston's ruins becomes a symbol of human persistence. The colony, destroyed 3 centuries ago, had been converted into a Council mining operation. Human forces arrive not with massive armies, but with small, precision teams that systematically dismantle the entire mining infrastructure in a single night. They leave behind a monument made from the wreckage, a statue of Earth with the inscription, "We remember." The story climaxes with humanity's masterstroke. Instead of destroying the Council's military capacity entirely, they demonstrate something far more terrifying: complete control. In a coordinated operation across 50 star systems, human forces simultaneously appear at every major Council installation. They don't attack, they simply appear, scan all facilities, and disappear. The message is clear: humanity can strike anywhere, anytime, and the Council cannot stop them. Chancellor Vex's final scene shows him staring at reports flooding in from across Council space. Every military installation, every government facility, every major population center has been visited by human forces. The Council's defenses proved useless. Their territory is no longer their own. The story ends with humanity broadcasting a simple message to every world in Council space. The first phase is complete. You wanted us gone. Now you will leave. You have 1 year to evacuate all systems within 50 light years of Earth. This is not a negotiation. This is justice. Earth and former Council territory, 2652 CE, the aftermath of victory. The story opens 1 year after humanity's ultimatum, with the first human ships returning to Earth in over 3 centuries. Commander Lisa Roberts stands on the bridge of the homecoming as Earth grows larger in the viewscreen. The blue marble that humanity's ancestors were forced to abandon now stands as the capital of a new galactic power. The galaxy has been transformed. The Galactic Council, faced with humanity's overwhelming technological and strategic superiority, has collapsed. Some species fled to the galaxy's far rim, while others sought accommodation with humanity. The Vorthans, once the galaxy's dominant power, have retreated to their core worlds and closed their borders. The Kethver Empire has fractured into dozens of smaller states, many now seeking human protection. President John Hayes, humanity's first leader to set foot on Earth since the exile, addresses the crowds gathered in the rebuilt New Geneva. His speech, broadcast across human space and beyond, marks the beginning of a new era. Today, we reclaim not just our homeworld, but our place in the galaxy. We return not as supplicants seeking acceptance, but as the architects of a new order built on justice and strength. The human expansion follows a carefully planned pattern. Admiral Stone, now humanity's Minister of Galactic Affairs, oversees the establishment of new colonies in systems once controlled by the Council. But these are not mere territorial grabs. They are strategic positions designed to ensure that no alliance of alien species can ever again threaten humanity. Dr. Hayes leads the scientific teams studying former Council territories. What they discover confirms humanity's worst suspicions about the original betrayal. Hidden facilities across Council space contain evidence of a systematic plan to exterminate not just humanity, but any species the Council deemed too dangerous for their vision of galactic order. Humanity was simply the first target of a much larger genocidal campaign. The revelation transforms humanity's mission from revenge to liberation. Captain Turner, now an admiral, leads humanitarian fleets to worlds where other species suffered under Council oppression. The Mirathi, a peaceful species enslaved by the Kethfor for 2 centuries, are freed by human forces. The Valdris, driven nearly extinct by Vorthan expansion, are given sanctuary in human-protected space. However, not all of humanity embraces their new role as galactic liberators. General Santos faces opposition from the Earth First movement, led by Colonel Frank Miller, who argues that humanity should focus on their own expansion rather than protecting alien species. The debate reflects a deeper question about what humanity should become in their moment of triumph. The story explores this internal conflict through the character of Dr. Amy Zhang, a xenobiologist studying the species humanity has liberated. Her research stations become symbols of the new human approach, facilities dedicated to understanding and preserving alien cultures rather than exploiting them. Her work demonstrates that humanity's greatest victory is not their military dominance, but their choice to be better than their former oppressors. The climax comes when a coalition of surviving Council forces, led by the desperate Chancellor Vex, launches a final attack on Earth itself. They reason that eliminating humanity's homeworld will break human morale and allow the Council to rebuild. The attack represents the last gasp of the old galactic order. The battle for Earth becomes humanity's defining moment. Admiral Roberts, commanding the home fleet, faces the largest alien armada ever assembled. But the battle is decided not by superior weapons or tactics, but by an unexpected development. Dozens of alien species that humanity has liberated arrive to defend Earth. The Mirathi provide their expertise in shield technology. The Valdris contribute their knowledge of long-range communications. Even some former Council species join the defense. The final battle shows the galaxy what humanity has built, not an empire based on fear and domination, but an alliance based on mutual protection and respect. The Council's attack fails not because humanity is too strong, but because they are no longer alone. The story concludes 5 years later with the dedication of the Memorial of Remembrance on Earth. The monument honors both the humans who died during the betrayal and the alien victims of Council oppression. President Hayes' dedication speech captures humanity's transformation. We were betrayed, exiled, and marked for extinction. We survived through strength, returned through determination, and conquered through justice. But our greatest achievement is not that we won, but that we chose to be worthy of victory. The final scene shows human and alien children playing together in Earth's restored cities, while above them, mixed fleets of human and alien ships patrol the peaceful skies. The age of Council dominance is over. The age of the Terran alliance built on the hard-learned lessons of betrayal and forgiveness has begun. The galaxy will never forget the species that was betrayed, exiled, and left for dead, only to return stronger than ever. Humanity's greatest revenge was proving that they could build something better than what they had destroyed.